everyone. So to round up this amazing, in quotation mark, year, I thought I will put a video together and share things that I think are really fantastic products. Some of them I have discovered this year. This year has been a year of discovery for me because it's been a very different year to all of the years before. And so I had pushed myself to exploring and having fun with art supplies, and kind of that really helped me to get through this year and get my mind off things. So I put together a list, which I have here as a little cheat sheet. And in no particular order, just whatever brand came to my mind, and then I wrote it all down, and then the products that are the best out of those brands. Now, of course, I haven't tried every single thing that is out there. Also, you might think that that brand does a fantastic product which I haven't mentioned, which I may have tried, but I don't think it's that great for my specific reasons that I, for my specific style of the art that I do. So this applies obviously to kind of my needs and demands, shall I say, in art. So let's start with Fabriccastel. So when it comes to Fabriccastel, the first product that really immediately comes to mind for being the best is their pencil. Their pencils are amazing. So the Polychromos are just absolutely beautiful. I have a little collection here. I stopped adding any more colors because I feel that I have enough now in terms of the colors for this specific pencil. So what is this pencil great for? It keeps a nice point. It's a harder pencil compared to the other pencils that I have. So these are beautifully pigmented. I don't find them as easy when it comes to blending as the Derwent drawing and the Derwent light fuzz pencils, but they are a beautiful product, and they were in fact the first artist grade pencils, colored pencils that I started exploring, so I still would recommend them, and I think they are amazing. Okay, so then the other product that comes to my mind from Faber-Castell is actually the PITT artist pen. I haven't mentioned this pen on my channel. I don't remember if ever, but basically this pen comes in different colors, and I think it's mostly used by kind of anime artists, and it has a nice variety of the nib thickness. So this is a black set, and you can see it goes from XS to AC, which is sort of like a calligraphy pen. It also has a brush tip, and then it has various kind of these fine line tips, which go from very, very fine to a nice thick line. And like I said, there's also a variety of colors, so you can get them like in color sets, and they are really good quality. They don't last very long, like most of the fine tips. So if you wanted to use these on watercolor paper, keep in mind that they're not going to keep their point for very long, and they tend to run out really fast. So yeah, maybe use them on smoother papers. So these are really a fun product by Faber-Castell as well. Next product I want to mention is the Posca. Now this is actually, I just realized it's not the brand, it's the subdivision, but basically they are by Mitsubishi as well. So I wrote down actually a number of things for Mitsubishi pencil brand, and they are sort of known for their pens and things. Now Posca is one of their kind of amazing products. As far as paint pens come, to me this is the best out there, quite literally. And the what makes them so special is, first of all, the color range. You can get any color, you can get amazing sets. I have got this one, which is a broad tip, which brings me to a, what's this here, medium. To the next point is the variety of the tip thicknesses is also very unique. It goes from something as big as this, like literally a thick strip, to, I think this is the finest one, which is 0.7 millimeters, and these are my favorite when it comes to fine line paint pens. So yeah, I have different sets here just to show you a few. I've got this lovely, I'm not going to pull out all of them, this one, which is the PC3M. It's this tip, and it's got, the set has a variety of yellows, oranges and pinks and dark reds. It's a beautiful set. And then this one is the PC5M, so it's a bigger tip. And this is the Skin Tones set, which has got beautiful kind of peaches and a beautiful brown color in there as well. So this is like, you know, fantastic product. So since I am actually touching on Mitsubishi, I'm going to go into the next few items which I think are brilliant. So this pen I recently tried and I really love it. It's the Uni Air Micro. It's waterproof and it gives you a fairly fine line. They're fun with drawing on like mixed media projects. If you want to add watercolor on top, you can, because it keeps the line, so like that. The other thing is, I'll briefly mention, but I'm not including it, it's the Uni Signo, and I used to love this pen for the gold and for the white gel, but ever since I discovered the Uni Poscas, they totally replaced these, because they skip a little bit and they're not as opaque, I find. So the white and the gold that you get in the Uni Posca, in my opinion, are far more superior than the Uni Signo. Right, so then we have the other pen that I want to include is the Uni Pin. So this is their fine line range, similar to the Fabriccastel that I just showed you before. These are water and fade proof, and they're just beautiful fine liners. They come in a set, so the set that I bought is the sepia, I think. Yeah, sepia, grey and black, so there's a variety of a few colors there, and a few thicknesses of the nib as well, so they're really, really good in my opinion. Okay, let me just swatch them. So my favorite sizes, just to show you a few, so going from the smallest 07, this is the Glacier Blue. So with paint pans, always make sure you shake them up first. And I'll show you the fine line. I mean, if you work on the side of it, you can get as thin as these lines, but sort of this is the thickness of the line. Size up would be, I guess, this one. I don't think I have it in other colors. I'm trying to think, because you're probably not going to see it much. So this is the PC1M, and this was the PC1MR. Both of them say 0.7, but this is a bullet shape and the other one was a pin type, it says. So this is also super fine, but these tend to kind of have this spontaneous eruption if they catch on the paper. So I prefer this one, but they're also quite lovely. I don't know if you can pick up on the color. Then the size up that I have is the bullet shape still. It's the PC3M, and this is a lovely pink. So if you feel like it's starting to feel or look a bit watered out, then it means that the pigment has settled and you need to just shake it up. This color is called light pink, and the one before was ivory. And then the biggest size that I have, and don't feel like I need to go any sizes up from there, this is the PC5M and the color is light orange. So as you can see, it's also a bullet tip and it's quite sort of thick. It's great for just sort of dotting and creating little doodles. So that's that. Okay, next let's talk about Sennelier. When it comes to Sennelier, I'm not fond of their watercolor at all, but I do love two of their products. One is being their oil pastels. In my honest opinion, as far as an oil pastel comes, I would recommend Sennelier because they're just beautiful. There's something else. The color ranges are fantastic. They're super creamy and buttery, and I love using them when I do. I don't do very often because what I don't like about oil pastels is that they never dry, so you need to use a fixative, which I find cumbersome, and you know, don't really have the time to fix things and go outside and spray. But if I did, you know, I'd use them more often, I guess. So but I have this beautiful set here which I wanted to show you. This is the portrait set. It has all the colors you need for portrait color palette. So yeah, they're fantastic. Just as a demo purpose, I'll swatch a few colors here maybe. So this is, let's see, this is the moss green. So you can see how creamy this is. Like, it's beautiful. And then maybe I'll swatch this one, which is sub green light. So if I use my finger, it's just beautiful. It's really like butter. And blending is gorgeous as well because they're so smooth. Okay, so, and you can see one fell and it's there now. It's not going anywhere. So then the next product by Sennelier that I think is just amazing, and I discovered it this year, are these oil sticks. So this is my little collection that I already acquired. So I've got 5 here and I've got 6 here. So yeah, 11 of them together. And this one I'm keeping in the plastic wrap as they come because it's got the strong smell, and the others are fine. So I keep them like that. And what they are is basically a very similar sort of consistency to that smoothness, but they are oil paint in a stick essentially, and that means that they will dry. It'll take about I'd say from 2 days and upwards, depending on the thickness of your application. But let me just show you a few examples. So what you need to do is take a tissue and just rub the end where you want to use it to kind of expose the paint, because a little film forms over it. So I'm just going to show you a couple of colors. So this was the Flesh Ochre, and then we have the Burnt Sienna, and then we have the Mars Yellow, which is just a stunning color. I'm just going to do that next here. It's also very interesting finish. So with them, I recommend using either Q-tip. Q-tip works quite well, or one of those sponges you can use. So what I do is basically cut off a little end of the sponge, like so, and you can totally sort of blend these together like so, but do keep in mind that the sponge tends to take away on the pigment, sort of it just sucks up the pigment basically. So what you can do is always build up a little bit of it, which is absolutely fine, because look at the amount of pigment you get in these. So I'm just going to build it up here for you, just for the purpose of demonstration, and just to show you how beautiful they are. So if you use a sponge it kind of can, like I said, take away the product, but if you build it up, it can dry with that glossiness. Can you see that sort of oil paint satin sort of finish? Depending on the color, but some of them have more, some of them are less. And the oil pastels don't tend to do that. They sort of are quite opaque, but don't have that gloss. This one does. So that's amazing product. I have tried another one, which was the original one I discovered, is the Shiva paints. They're beautiful as well, but they don't have the satin gloss to them. They're dry matte. And yeah, but so as far as Sennelier comes, I think these two products are just amazing. Okay, so let's talk about Ecolines now. I'm so proud to say that these I have discovered on my own without seeing anyone using this. And so these are the Ecoline Liquid Watercolour. What I have heard is that there is also like a brush pen with it, or like a sort of marker with a similar product or the same product. That I haven't tried, and I'm not intending, because I love these and I don't need any more. And then also I've heard that they have like how shall I say, they used to not have the eyedropper, and they would come just like that and were a little bit tricky to use. So now that there is an eyedropper, and what I like about it, it's tilted so you can draw on it directly from the bottle. And if I just show you, so this is a very light color. It's a beige, I believe. No, it's a pink beige. You can just totally create your art. The other thing I like about them, you don't need to shake them up because nothing settles at the base of them. So you just can do all sorts of fun things, and I'm slowly growing my collection here of colors. They also have a beautiful gold and white, which is quite thick and gloopy compared to these, so those you would need to shake up. But I just wanted to show you what you can do just with a bit of, you can use them like that for drawing and little doodling, or you can, you know, just do normal sort of watercoloring with them. You can see they work beautifully like that, and they have that beautiful vibrancy to them as well. So these are actually by the brand Royal Talents, which oversees a lot of things like Rembrandt. So I probably put Rembrandt watercolors in with the Talents brand because they're just, yeah, they're fantastic. I'll show you a couple of colors from Rembrandt as well. Okay, so here are the Rembrandt watercolors. I have ordered a couple of tubes and a couple of the half pans, which are just beautiful. And actually I've ordered a few new I think half pans which are coming at some point soon, but just wanted to show you they're very affordable in price, but the quality is fantastic. If you think about the price, there are certain colors I would buy you know, from them rather than from other big brands, because they're doing it beautifully. Like, look at this. This is the burnt sienna. Yeah, it's the burnt sienna. It has beautiful granulation, beautiful quality to it. And then they have some really lovely unique colors like the dusk green. There is a dusk pink, dusk yellow. There are a few colors like that which I really like. So just to show you a few examples here. And then they have some of the chameleons, which are quite unique as well, I find. So there we go. Really beautiful, beautiful quality for a kind of lower price, I find, compared to like Daniel Smith or Schmincke. All right, so that's Royal Talents. So let's move on to the next one.